What if the greatest leadership lessons didn't come from boardrooms, business schools, or management books, but from an ancient teacher who led with wisdom, compassion, and purpose? Jesus was more than a spiritual leader. He was a visionary who inspired people to follow him, a mentor who empowered his team, and a servant who led with humility. He built a movement that transformed the world, not through force or wealth, but through influence, trust, and love. In today's world, leadership is often measured by power, status, and success. But what if the true secret to leading effectively lies in the way Jesus led? His leadership principles are timeless, guiding not just pastors or missionaries but CEOs, entrepreneurs, and anyone who wants to inspire and lead with impact. In this episode of The Bible and the CEO, we'll uncover the leadership secrets of Jesus. Secrets that can help you build trust, communicate with clarity, and lead others to greatness. Whether you run a business, manage a team, or simply want to lead with purpose, these lessons will change the way you think about leadership. 1. Visionary leadership, the power of purpose. Great leaders don't just manage people, they inspire them with a clear vision. Jesus was a leader with an unshakable sense of purpose. From the very beginning of his ministry, he knew his mission, to bring hope, healing, and salvation to the world. He made this clear when he stood in the synagogue and declared, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, to proclaim good news to the poor." His vision wasn't vague or confusing. It was bold, direct, and powerful enough to change lives. The best leaders today follow this same principle. Think of Steve Jobs, whose vision was to make technology simple and accessible for everyone. Or Elon Musk, who dreams of making life multiplanetary. People don't follow leaders just because they have authority, they follow because they believe in the mission. As a leader, you must ask yourself, what is my purpose? What impact do I want to make? When you have a clear vision and communicate it with passion, people will not only listen, they will follow. Jesus didn't just tell people his mission, he lived it every day. He inspired his disciples and followers by showing them what his vision looked like in action. As a leader, your vision must be more than words. It must be something you embody, something that others can see and believe in. A strong vision gives people direction, motivation, and a reason to keep going even when things get tough. Whether you're leading a business, a team, or a community, remember, a leader without a clear purpose will struggle to inspire others. But a leader with a compelling vision? That's someone people will follow. Key lesson. Define your mission. Speak it clearly. Live it daily. A great leader leads with purpose. 2. Servant leadership, leading by serving. True leadership isn't about power, it's about service. Jesus showed this in a way that shocked his followers. On the night before his crucifixion, he knelt down and washed his disciples' feet. This was the job of a servant, not a leader. Yet, Jesus did it willingly, teaching them a powerful lesson. Whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant. In today's world, leadership is often seen as being in control, giving orders, and climbing to the top. But the most effective leaders do the opposite. They focus on serving their people, not themselves. Take Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks. He built a global brand not just by selling coffee, but by creating a company culture that cared for employees, offering benefits, education programs, and a sense of belonging. When leaders put people first, organizations thrive. Jesus didn't just serve in small ways. His entire mission was about putting others before himself. He healed the sick, fed the hungry, and spent time with those society had rejected. He never used his authority for personal gain. Instead, he sacrificed for the good of others. As a leader, whether in business, ministry, or daily life, the question is, are you leading for yourself, or for those you serve? When leaders prioritize the needs of their teams, employees, and customers, they build trust, loyalty, and a culture of excellence. Jesus proved that the greatest leaders don't seek status. They seek to lift others up. The best CEOs, managers, and entrepreneurs today follow this same model. They listen more than they speak. They support their teams. They create an environment where others can grow and succeed. Key lesson. Leadership isn't about being served. It's about serving. When you lead with humility and put others first, you create a legacy of trust, impact, and true greatness. 3. Building a strong team, selecting and empowering others. No great leader succeeds alone. Jesus understood this better than anyone. He didn't try to carry his mission by himself, he built a team. But instead of choosing the wealthy, powerful, or highly educated, he selected ordinary people, fishermen, a tax collector, a zealot. These weren't the obvious choices for world-changing leadership, yet Jesus saw their potential and invested in them. He didn't just gather followers, he empowered them. He taught them, challenged them, and gave them real responsibility. He sent them out to heal the sick, preach the gospel, and carry forward his mission. Even when they made mistakes, he corrected them with patience and grace. By the time he left, his disciples were ready to lead. Modern leaders can learn a lot from this. The best CEOs and business leaders don't just hire talent, they develop it. Warren Buffett surrounds himself with smart, capable people and trusts them to make decisions. Sheryl Sandberg, former CEO of Meta, is known for mentoring and empowering those around her. Strong leaders don't try to do everything alone. They build a team, invest in their growth, and give them the tools to succeed. As a leader, ask yourself, are you choosing people based on potential, or just credentials? Are you giving your team the trust and responsibility they need to grow? Jesus proved that leadership isn't about controlling everything, it's about equipping others to lead. The strongest organizations are built by leaders who empower their people, not just manage them. Key lesson: build a team, believe in their potential, and give them the tools to lead. When you empower others, you multiply your impact. 4. Communication mastery, the art of storytelling and teaching. Great leaders don't just give orders. They communicate in a way that captures hearts and minds. Jesus was a master communicator. He didn't rely on complicated theology or long-winded speeches. Instead, he used stories, simple, powerful parables that made deep truths easy to understand. Think about the parable of the Good Samaritan. In just a few sentences, Jesus painted a vivid picture of compassion, challenging people to love beyond boundaries. His stories were relatable, memorable, and thought-provoking. Even today, they continue to inspire and teach. The best leaders in business use this same approach. Steve Jobs didn't just talk about computers. He told a story about how Apple would change the way we live. Simon Sinek teaches leaders to start with why, because people connect with purpose, not just products. Leaders who communicate through storytelling inspire loyalty, trust, and action. Jesus also understood the power of asking questions. He often responded to challenges not with direct answers, but with thought-provoking questions that made people think for themselves. This kind of communication invites engagement rather than just delivering information. As a leader, ask yourself, am I just giving instructions, or am I inspiring people with a vision? Am I making my message clear, simple, and compelling? The greatest leaders know that communication isn't just about speaking. It's about connecting. Whether in a business meeting, a presentation, or a casual conversation, the way you communicate determines how well people receive your message. Key lesson: use stories to teach, inspire, and connect. Simplify your message, ask great questions, and communicate in a way that moves people to action. 5. Emotional intelligence, leading with compassion and wisdom. Leadership isn't just about making decisions. It's about understanding people. Jesus led with deep compassion and wisdom, always knowing what people needed, even when they didn't say it. He wept with those who mourned. He showed patience with his disciples when they struggled. He forgave those who betrayed him. His ability to connect emotionally made him a leader people trusted and followed. Great leaders today understand this, too. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, transformed the company by emphasizing empathy, focusing on collaboration, inclusion, and understanding people's needs. Research shows that leaders with high emotional intelligence build stronger teams, resolve conflicts better, and create a culture where people thrive. Jesus also demonstrated wisdom in handling difficult situations. When religious leaders tried to trap him with tricky questions, he never reacted impulsively. Instead, he responded with calm, thoughtful answers. Like when he told the crowd ready to stone a woman, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone." His wisdom diffused tension and made people think deeply. As a leader, ask yourself, do I listen before I speak? Do I lead with empathy? Do I handle challenges with wisdom rather than emotion? Jesus showed that leadership is about more than intelligence or strategy. It's about truly understanding people, responding with care, and leading with a steady hand. Key lesson: great leaders listen, empathize, and respond with wisdom. Emotional intelligence isn't a soft skill. It's a leadership superpower. 6. Resilience in leadership, overcoming challenges and criticism. Every great leader faces opposition. Jesus experienced constant challenges. From religious leaders who doubted him, crowds who misunderstood him, and even his own disciples who failed him. He was betrayed, falsely accused, and sentenced to death. Yet, through it all, he never lost sight of his mission. He remained focused, unwavering, and determined to fulfill his purpose. Resilient leaders today show the same strength. Elon Musk faced repeated failures before Tesla and SpaceX became successes. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job but refused to quit. Every great leader encounters setbacks, criticism, and obstacles, but what sets them apart is their ability to keep going despite them. Jesus also taught his followers how to handle adversity. He told them, "In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." He didn't promise an easy path. He promised strength to endure it. As a leader, ask yourself, do I let criticism shake me? Do I give up when things get tough, or do I stay committed to my vision? True leadership isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about standing firm in the face of them. Jesus showed that resilience isn't just about pushing through difficulty, it's about holding on to your purpose, even when the road is hard. Key lesson: expect challenges. Stay focused. Keep leading. Resilient leaders don't quit, they overcome. Applying Jesus' leadership secrets today. Jesus was the greatest leader the world has ever seen. He didn't have wealth, political power, or an army, yet he built a movement that changed history. His leadership wasn't based on control. It was built on vision, service, empowerment, communication, emotional intelligence, and resilience. Great leaders today can learn from his example. If you want to inspire and lead effectively, follow these principles. Have a clear vision. Define your mission and lead with purpose. Serve others. True leadership is about lifting people up, not seeking power. Build a strong team. Invest in others, develop their potential, and trust them to lead. Master communication. Use storytelling and clarity to connect and inspire. Lead with emotional intelligence. Show empathy, wisdom, and understanding. Stay resilient. Face challenges with courage and stay focused on your mission. Jesus led with love, wisdom, and purpose. Whether you're running a business, managing a team, or leading in your community, these principles can transform the way you lead. The question is, how will you apply them in your own leadership? If this message inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the Bible and the CEO for more leadership insights. Remember, great leadership isn't about power. It's about impact. Now go lead with purpose.